but we can wait for Timmy for a few minutes, right? What time are we? 8:05. No, we shouldn't wait too much longer.
Not if we have quorum.
Like how you think. Move it.
Just say when, Bridget.
And different.
Yeah, you want to share?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be my laptop now then.
Oh, I had shared the agenda. Stop sharing. There. Okay. We're live. All right, I'm calling the meeting to order at 8:06. And need a motion to approve the agenda, please.
I'll move it.
I'll second.
All right.
So just go back and forth.
Yeah. Does anyone have a pecuniary interest today?
No.
None. Closed session. Allegations, none. Minutes of the meeting held Thursday, August 10th, 2023. They're here. Everyone's had a chance to review. I don't see any need to amend. They all look good to me. Does anyone?
Sarah moves.
I move, yeah.
You move to?
I second.
Okay, and I'm in favor. All right, moving forward, we have a treasurer's report. Now, this is attached. We don't have our treasurer here today, but we do have, this is what I'm calling the treasurer's report. And you have 3 additions to, positions. One Ryan's got, one, which is a decorating committee, and I don't know if we can do this or not, to be honest. Can we? Well, are we able to add these check requisitions, these 3, to what's already been set out without our treasurer quoting GL lines?
We can quote the jail lines.
We can?
Sure.
Okay. So unfortunately, I can't tell you the rental. I gave the invoice to Sherry. I could probably find it on my email. I only found out this morning she wasn't attending, so I don't know the exact amount of that.
Is that the KCS?
Yeah, did I
So it's
send
right
it?
here. Yeah, it's in the packet.
You've got it in the
$1,092.
packet? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Okay.
if we can give these 3 amounts and GL lines to Sarah, she can write them down here. Is that where it makes sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so now at the bottom of that invoice, Bridget, for KS, it's payable to somebody else at the bottom.
KC Multi Solutions.
KC Multi Solutions.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Okay,
you make it, you're just
How much is it?
adding to the treasurer's report, KC Multiple Solutions.
we need the amount. It's 1,300 and something. I'm sorry, I don't have it in front of me, but
That was 11.
Yeah,
1,100. Okay.
9192.
Okay.
And that's for the rental for the space of our shed.
It's shed in.
Mhm.
So we should have a jail line for that. That is contracted services, I believe it's under.
Yeah, sure. 014753.
Oh, careful though. That's ladies' name.
No, contracted services.
For the
Oh,
lady name.
yeah, right. Sorry. Yes. I'm gonna say.
Check the actual. It's still gonna be probably the same back end numbers, but this front end numbers will change.
Yeah, I want to say it's probably gonna.
Do you have the actual budget? Should be. It is a budgeted that, but it's not a surprise.
Right. What I was unclear about, though, Ryan, maybe you can enlighten me. They say we're renting 2 spaces for $87 a month.
I don't think
One
we
is
can-
for the shed and the other is for stuff beside the shed.
I think the stuff inside the shed was
No.
agreed upon. as a rental.
I was told it was 2 spaces. But anyway, I'll clarify that.
Yeah, we should clarify that. I do not believe,
It doesn't make sense to me either.
because it's, the shed's like 10 by 10. And the spot beside it is literally just stuff lying, leaning up
I
against the
know,
shed.
I know.
So no, that doesn't make sense.
I will double check, but that's what I was told.
So did you have the details?
Yeah, 01, 4750, 4100.
Is that the same?
No, the one that you had was 4753,
Me, finance.
right?
Martin. All right, and then decorating expenses then? It is for $636
To
to Susan Rice.
Susan Rice.
And then you should have the GL there for that one too.
Yeah, how much did
Now-
you say again?
According to Sherry,
636.
636.
this puts the decorating committee over budget.
No, because we moved 700 into decorating committee the last meeting specifically for this.
She knows that.
Yeah.
She still thinks they're over, but in any case, the bottom line is, we don't know yet because the ledger hasn't been.
Yeah, so
updated.
this is actually under budget from the 700, so, and this wasn't even part of their original budget.
Okay,
Jeez.
So the GL is 014750 3224.
Perfect, thank you.
okay, so I have payable to,
Who should I give them to you to give to Kimberly?
Sure.
Cat sign.
So I'm adding these to the treasurer's report, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Okay.
so to Home Hardware. Or Millbrook Home Hardware,
That's the backup then.
so I'm dating today's date, September 14th. And all of that goes back.
Perfect.
Okay,
Thank you.
all right.
Around it goes, do you want to touch it?
Oh.
Millbrook Home Hardware, $25. This is a BIA buck redemption. And we don't have a GL line for that yet, but we should have.
Yeah.
So
So did we not set that up before?
No.
tried,
Part of
but it
the-
hasn't happened yet.
So we'll discuss that later.
So GL line, BL bucks, whatever that is.
BIA
Just-
bucks, yeah.
BIA bucks.
To be determined,
Yeah,
TBD.
Okay.
okay, and I don't know. After this meeting, maybe I can go and get the form that I need to fill out, or how do I handle this? This is the,
Yeah, that I don't know, just give it to me, and I
Okay.
think that was gonna be part of the conversation at 10 o'clock.
okay,
Cause they, yeah,
so now we need a motion to approve the expense check. By the way, on this revenue that's reported, this is only to the end of August. There's been more revenue since, but she's only reporting for the month of August because this was our September meeting.
Okay, so as the next one's full on the next.
Right,
Yeah.
right. For income, she feels it's, and it makes sense to me too, that she's reporting August income
mhm.
Well, we
at
don't
a September meeting.
function monthly, so it really doesn't make a difference, but as long as it gets in eventually.
She has to have it in,
Yeah.
we have to
Yeah.
have this in the minutes
Mhm.
in order for,
I get it needs to be in the
yeah,
minutes.
okay, all right. So I need a motion to, how do I word this?
Are we,
Approving these check payments, these payments.
So we're approving the amended,
treasurer's report?
Okay,
I will make the motion.
I will second.
in favor.
This is the most efficient meeting.
Now, we are back to
Ladies' night.
ladies' night wrap up, so we can defer that to next meeting. I think,
Sure.
okay. And summer festival wrap up, defer. And Fall Festival Budget Report, I think we should probably have a look at that. We have it.
Yeah, but. Should I look?
Yeah, let me get their coverage.
All festival budget.
Yeah, that looks like it.
Okay.
Looks like that on mine.
Yeah,
That was the one that Sherry sent extra.
yeah,
Okay, there we go.
that says summer events.
And the next one's the fall.
Okay,
Oh, then I got summer as well.
beautiful.
This one, okay.
Hmm.
If anyone has any questions, we can't answer them here.
Right.
So I don't know if we want to discuss it and then,
We're
no,
not- No, here it is.
we can, we can make a motion to receive it.
Yeah, it's all we can really do
Mhm.
until Sherry can explain.
There's no point deferring it because it's,
It'll be over by
Yeah.
the next meeting. Mhm. Mhm.
Okay, well, move to receive.
okay,
Second,
all in favor? Okay, and then BIA box financial report. Do we have that?
You reach, you can sit closer.
Oh,
That's nice. We'll snuggle up.
Chilly in here.
So we have this, which we can make a motion to receive.
Why are we receiving it?
I don't know,
Like,
because
it's more just,
how about we defer the in case there's, if we want to have a discussion about BIA bucks, it probably can wait till the next meeting anyway, because at this present time, we don't have the GL line for it, and that's part of the,
yeah,
think
would
the-
it not be better in the treasurer's report somewhere?
it is part of the treasurer's report. It's-
Okay,
I don't think
Sort of.
we need the detail behind it. Like, the only thing I really care about is how much is it? How much have we issued and how much has come back? Right?
I think though Kimberly needs the detail.
Yeah, no, like
Yeah.
Kimberly can take the detail, but you know.
Yeah.
we
But
don't-
I think the issue is that some of these are coming in
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces, and they're coming in maybe like $100 at a time, as opposed to 4 entries for 25. So when they go to the statement, they'll see in the bank statement, they'll see a deposit for $100.
Yes,
So they don't know who that belongs to, and they don't have a place to record it. So that I think is one of the issues, right? So
Yeah.
she's got them all listed
But
here.
we discussed that.
Yeah, we can
Yeah,
discuss
but-
that.
but
Yeah.
right.
Good, we got the
Yep.
detail.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good. I think as for a board, I don't think we need to see the detail. I think the summary of it is probably all we need. Just more of an information,
right, I agree.
right? You
so
know,
am I
maybe,
doing anything with this?
I don't think so.
I think we,
It's on the agenda, are we just?
we,
Receiving it.
Just receive it.
let's- okay,
We just receive it.
so you're making a motion to receive, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll second.
all in favor, and, okay, now we're down to marketing committee. So from what I'm told, we don't have any money left in marketing, but again, we don't know. And I would like to see some more money come from reserves for marketing so we can do some printing. But I don't think we're in a position to do anything until the financial, therefore, we still have no marketing committee, but I have talked to people about being part of the committee as soon as the fall festival is over, we're going to have a meeting. And I can name the people I've talked to, but I don't think it's necessary right now.
Well, all I'd say is you don't need money necessarily in this budget because we don't know where it's at. Budget time is coming up, so we need to think about what we need for next year.
Yeah,
And your marketing committee needs to set a marketing plan of what they think they want to spend so that we can get that into the budget.
I understand.
Yeah.
But there's been, I think, a need for some time now to do either the bookmark promotional item,
Oh, 100%.
which I'd like to see happen now.
But for what? We only have one event left.
No, but list all the events. So, you know, we don't have to put a date on the events. Exact date, but say, you know, we've got a summer festival, we've got whatever we call that, you know, in June.
Right.
And we got-
Sorry, I
and
don't mean
the-
to cut you off, but
Yeah.
but if we're looking at 2024
Yeah,
events, we don't know what they are yet
Or when,
or when.
like, we don't even know how many we're having or which ones we're having.
So putting the bookmark out now, before we know what we're gonna do, is kind of pointless. Like, we might as well wait until we know what those are, include it in our budget, and then push the bookmark as early as we can in the year to get those dates out there.
okay.
So I think we just need to get a little bit more organized. So the bookmark is the end result of the organization, not the other way around.
I would still like to see it by Christmas. If we could, can we not decide this year what our events are for next year?
But then we need to have a budget.
I agree, and I said that right from the beginning, is that the budget consideration and the ledger have to be sorted first. If for no other reason, to find out if there's any money left. But then, you know, we've got Christmas in the village coming up. It would be nice to have some kind of promotional item sitting in stores. If not the bookmark, what about the directory? Our printed directory is way out of date.
Mhm.
And we could update
I
that.
have a printed directory.
Yeah. It's extremely out of date, but I think there were too many printed.
Okay, but
Yeah.
all of these are part of what should be marketing.
I understand.
So all of it needs to come back with kind of the dollars associated with it and the schedule for it.
So for the sake of this item on the agenda,
Mhm.
I'm going to just say that, and it's not a motion, it's just a notation that following the fall festival, there will be a marketing meeting of the people interested in being part of that committee. And it will be in the afternoon, after 4 o'clock. Venue to be determined.
Right, and Sherry will post it for anyone interested or something on the BIA,
Well, we can do that
if you want it.
if we want to, but I think to get things going, there's enough people that are interested in marketing that we can
Okay,
pull a meeting together.
Mhm.
And then invite others to come in.
so following the fall festival, there'll be a marketing meeting in the afternoon after 4.
Correct. On a Monday or Tuesday likely.
I wouldn't make it.
Okay, you don't have to say that. Okay. 10.2, social media accounts. So Sherry has spent hours apparently trying to sort out the Facebook problem. And having talked to Christine McCullough and the tech people at Facebook, I didn't even know you could call them.
There are people there.
There are actual people that you can get through to talk to. And Sherry is not the owner. According to Christine, you and I are the owner. I am not the owner as far as I know. I've never had anything to do with our Facebook. I don't want anything to do with it. I'm not going to do the posting. So I don't.
Sherry's posting now.
She can post,
Okay.
but she can't give Timmy.
Administrative. access.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Well, if you or I have it, then you or I need to figure it out.
Do you have the passwords?
I know nothing, so I.
So I'm
spent-
just wondering if Christine set you up as
I
administrator.
think she did, but
So-
but every time I talk to her on my phone, and I have no idea how to do that on my phone. So I need to be in front of my computer.
Does she not just give you the password?
It's more than just the password, it's actually
It's-
where you go to set everything, so
So,
I'll look into that.
So when Christine made. Well, probably you've had access for a long time, don't-
I think Christine sent it to me when the
Oh,
last
okay.
board dissolved.
but there's a difference between access and ownership.
Yeah, no, I think
So
she
if it-
transferred
yeah.
the ownership. to me.
So, and she said
And
me,
I said, oh.
I don't know what to do.
So I guess it's on me to figure out how to transfer that.
it's on you.
Admin. Okay,
And if I'm an owner, please let me know.
Yeah.
And what I'm told, this, my son told me this, is that if Christine gave me ownership, then I would have received an email from Facebook notifying me, and then I would have to do something. It's possible that I got an email, but I didn't, I wasn't,
You may have
Christine,
thought it was spam.
I probably deleted it.
well, it's okay, it's in my court, and I'll try to figure it out.
Okay, because this is long overdue to get Timmy on there, so she's still unable to do anything. Okay, so I don't know what to record there.
Timmy still does not have access. Ryan will look into it and speak with Timmy.
And Bridget will say,
Right.
Let's not get carried away.
Find out who the owners are.
well, I think we're the owners, I think that part's clear. Now
Okay,
it's, what do we do with our privileges?
okay.
How do we handle the power we've been given?
Mhm.
Okay, now we're at decorating committee. So Ryan, you're up.
Yeah, so I did reach out to the decorating committee, last time we chatted and told them the budget season was coming, so they did give me a draft of what they're looking for their next year's budget.
Right,
So we can start to figure out how we incorporate that into our overall budget as it comes.
I think they had spoken to us too about maybe rolling in their request for the planter material with the flower baskets that the township does. So we could roll it in as part of the request for quotation or
Yeah,
just
'cause
use the
they
same
have
supplier.
the street planters, right? They brought the reed.
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
But you're talking about the hanging baskets here.
Yeah, but what goes in them, right? So I
Right, so it
think,
was more a coordination of what.
yeah,
was
yeah,
the
yeah,
plans.
yeah, just to coordinate that, but I think they wanted to use the same supplier.
Yeah, I think that was part of it. So the budget is a little bit higher, but it's a little bit higher because they've added this bridge planters.
right.
And they're taking back those street planters. So we used to have the street planters under. Decorations or.
Probably, yeah, I would think so. Decorating. You have one that's
It
called
was
decorating.
beautification, that's what it was.
Oh, okay,
Beautification is maintenance, so they were under beautification and maintenance. So this is proposing putting them back into into the decorating committee. So then we'd have to relook at that one.
So
So we just don't want to add extra to the.
So
Double.
the discussion about budget
Mhm.
is another meeting.
Oh, for sure.
So we'll bring this back
Yeah.
to our budget meeting.
Yeah, absolutely. I was just,
Right,
my
okay.
point being,
Yeah,
they have their,
They have their budget,
they
right?
have their.
they have
yeah.
submitted their budget and we're making a motion to take that budget to our
Budget
budget meeting,
discussions.
whenever that's going to be.
We'll take their budget in consideration.
Yeah.
With our budget.
Right. Super. All right, I think we need to receive
Yeah, just receive it.
and
Second.
for second. All in favor? And then there's a couple of requests in there. At least one.
Quite through one.
Requesting a trailer for planter debris in the Legion parking lot on October 4th.
Oh, so typically they just kind of go through staff for that.
Okay.
Okay,
So they're looking for a trailer.
Did they not meet already, Chris? Or they tried to?
They may have, yeah,
I think
they may
they're-
have. I think they've been. They kind of go between either one of us, right? So just to kind of cover off both bases, right?
Okay,
So
so-
I'll just confirm with Chris
Yeah,
that,
I know they reached out to him. I think he was on.
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
and he usually is. They usually do it every year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then the decorating committee is considering putting plug-in Christmas lights in the hanging baskets. Could township staff assist by plugging in the extension cords into the lamppost outlet? And they've submitted a schedule for their work dates. I don't know if we need to put that in the minutes or just, we're just receiving the report. Is, okay. Do they already have the lights that they want to put in the baskets?
I doubt it. Like, I don't know
Right.
where this is requested.
So
I thought they did put lights in every year.
Did they?
I
thought
kind of
so.
think so.
Yeah, I thought they did.
I don't recall. I know we have our zippy lights.
Yeah, but something tells me like when they put the little wreaths and all the greenery stuff, I
They-
thought there were little
Just
lights
little
in it.
string lights.
Yeah, yeah,
But
if I
Or they
remember
don't.
correctly. Okay,
could you ask them, Ryan, if we already have them, or is that something that
they're looking to buy.
they're looking to buy?
Oh, I didn't see it in our budget.
Yeah, I want to say they already have them, but.
I don't remember.
Anyway, that's a question I had. Do they already have them? But their ask is for township staff to
Plug them in.
plug them in.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it. So we have I have a question. Where are their sheds located?
Their sheds, I believe, are at the,
Public Works.
yeah, just at the
Or,
top
sorry,
of
parks.
Parks Yard,
Okay,
just on
Millbrook.
King Street.
and
Yeah,
there's two of them, correct?
yes.
All right.
And I
Just remember-
think Chris addressed the mold situation already in those, because I
Okay.
think that was a concern for them.
Okay.
I think
And
Ryan-
there's not a concern with the sheds staying there. They have access. It's not,
Oh,
Yeah, I
no,
don't-
it's fine.
Yeah.
okay,
Well,
There's-
well,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
So we've taken care of the $636. We've received the budget. And now we need a motion to receive the report.
that you were moving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no,
I'll
just
move it.
one of my glasses.
You were just trying something new for a while.
See what they do. Ah. Yeah.
So Ryan, Sarah, and I'm in favor, and then we can move on. Associate member applications. We have 3. So the first one is from Hart. Is everyone? The 3 of us understand what this application says. Have we looked at it? Do you know who what Hart is?
I looked at it briefly.
Okay, Hart has been in business for over 13 years, providing healthcare education. We specialize in certifications for medical professionals, first aid, CPR, home alone, and babysitting courses. So I forget the woman's name now,
Is
because I
there,
took her name out for,
yeah,
but-
sure.
in any case, I have talked to her. And she, I believe, has approached staff in the past about trying to run courses out of some facility that staff owns. So she runs a CPR course. She does have she is running the babysitting course and the home alone course from the library. And she is not charged for that because she's providing a service. So she collects a fee for providing the course. And she's running it at the library, those 2 courses. She would like to be an associate member because she feels that some of our businesses would want to have access to these courses. And maybe eventually she will get a venue to run them from. So she goes all over.
So she's a home-based business, is that?
She's a home-based business. She goes to smaller communities to offer these courses. And usually the venue is a hospital, that hospitals are her main, I guess,
Yeah,
client.
I don't have a problem.
Yeah,
I'm happy to.
and she resides on Zion Line.
Second.
Okay. I'm in favor, so this is accepted. The second one is Ageless Beauty Medical Cosmetics Incorporated.
It's Karen, right?
Karen, do you
Yeah.
know Karen?
I do.
All right, would you like to speak to this application?
Yeah, she's great. She runs a home-based aesthetic business.
Fine.
Okay. So that was a yes, that was a second, and I'm in favor. Accepted.
Okay.
She had a booth at Ladies' Night in the interior space, Menzies House, I think it was. She's not going to be in the fall festival. That one's not appropriate for her.
She's gonna do something at XFMB.
Great. Great, okay. And the third application is the Millbrook Times. Does anyone have any?
No,
I'm going to make a motion to take the Millbrook Times.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay, I accept it. And now moving on, what do we got? Too much paper. 10 minutes. Events agenda, Fall Festival planning. Next meeting is September 20th of the committee. And I'm not on the committee.
Me neither.
Neither is Sarah. Bridget has some.
Yeah, I
idea.
don't know for this one, because I'm away for this one.
Yeah.
So, but I'm here like to kind of provide like the road occupancies and all that sort of stuff are in
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
So I think she's good to go. Community, she said she had connected with community police.
he was at the meeting.
He was at the.
I was
meeting,
not at the meeting.
Okay,
It was at my office, and
Okay.
she's got a committee of about 5 or 6 people.
yeah,
And-
sounded like she
and-
was good.
Yeah, she's seemed to be organized.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
awesome.
So,
I will say though, that it is going on the same day as the Pete's game here at the CMCC.
that's okay.
Yeah, no, it's good because
Yeah.
actually you'll get lots of,
We don't quite overlap though, do they?
what time does the Pete's game start? It's run by minor hockey.
It's like 6 or something. isn't
Yeah, because the Ice Dogs are playing on the 3rd. Niagara, and they contacted us,
Oh, yeah.
wanting dinner after, and I think it was after 6, yeah. I think they were 8 o'clock or something, they wanted it.
there is a celebration of life planned at the Legion, and therefore they will not be open to the public. And it could create a bit of a parking issue. But that's par for the course.
Spring Festival sounds like a great way to celebrate.
New Orleans style.
Yeah. So what do we do with that item? Can we
We probably just receive them all.
receive all 3, 4? Okay.
Do you have anything in terms of the member breakfast or?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So I have booked October 4th, which is the same day the decorating committee is doing something. But they would be doing that later because we're going to start at 7:30. And the end time is not determined yet. We only have $300 for this, and that's not going to be enough, I don't think.
Like that. Have we got a quote from the Legion?
No, They said they'd get back to me, but they haven't as yet. I've asked for rather than full spread of bacon and eggs, because I don't really think people want to eat bacon and eggs at 7:30 in the morning. I suggested that we have yogurt and maybe fruit and muffins. But then,
People like their.
well, yes, and they said,
It's
I
way
think
cheaper.
we should do bacon. Well, bacon's expensive, but anyway, they suggested that we offer bacon. And I think that's probably a good idea. And maybe we can get some tomatoes and people can make bacon and tomato sandwiches. The problem with eggs is that if people don't eat them, they're garbage and we paid for them. If,
So what they used to do for the BIA breakfast is actually do it through Evite, right? And then they'd have an idea of the number of people coming. You know, then you factor in certain factor for walking.
right. Right. Well, they were gonna give me a per price. They were gonna do bacon, not eggs. Do you really want eggs, Ryan?
Bacon and eggs is breakfast.
Mhm.
If I was going for a breakfast, I'd expect bacon, eggs, and toast.
What do you think, Sarah?
I don't like yogurt.
No? All right.
There was some oatmeal.
No, I know that's not gonna go over, but I just like,
I think that bacon and eggs cause people to stay longer.
Yeah.
I think yogurt or a muffin, people will take it and leave.
Yeah.
So if you want to encourage conversations, I think,
People are gonna sit down and eat a
Yeah.
bacon and egg breakfast. It's more of a sit down.
I think a muffin, people will just take and leave, and same with yogurt. It won't sort of engender any conversations.
so bake just the same old from before. We bacon, eggs, toast.
Man, so you wanna go full brunch and you do like eggs Benny,
No.
some French toast.
Okay, so what do you think, if we have,
I think you need to get an idea of the numbers. Like you need to.
well, I said 30 to 40 is what I was hoping for.
Bacon and eggs are $10 a head, it's $300.
If it's only $10 a head, but I don't know. Does that seem, do you have an idea of the cost of,
Yeah, bacon's gone up a bit, but overall it's a pretty cheap breakfast.
Cheap and cheap.
I'm just thinking from the Lions perspective, because we do breakfast there and I think it's more than $10 now, and that's.
We'll see what they say.
Yeah, okay, so,
You need a quote from Legion, obviously, and then getting
Okay,
an idea of the.
Problem is that your meeting,
Is after.
your October meeting will be,
the day after,
But you also, like typically there's, like people throw $10 in a.
well, that's,
Tip jar.
that, we can do that, yeah.
Or
So,
you just say $5 for breakfast, right? Like people throw $5 in, even if it doesn't cover the cost of the breakfast, they'll supplement the 300 that we already have.
right, well, so that's what we did in the past, is we would just say, pay what you can, and, but that's when it was open to the public. This is members only, members, associate members, decorating committee, people that,
No, then it should be easier to get a commitment on the numbers.
it should be easier. But people will not commit whether they're coming or not, and then you never know,
But-
right?
But as long as you get like a certain commitment,
But
then you can have a fudge factor on top of that.
so the question is, do we want to ask our members to throw something in a tip jar? It's not
But
really a
you
tip
can't
jar.
call it a tip jar, but
No, it's not a tip jar. It's just a donation jar because.
Yeah.
And if we end up with not enough money, then
we gotta come back and pull up. from
we'll
reserves.
have to deal with it after the fact?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
I think if you get the invoice from the Legion, then your next budget, you would just say, we've gone over the budget, so we just need to transfer from reserves to cover the cost, and then you just pay it.
Mhm.
So I think you have a lot.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to minimize that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
of course,
It's not like we're doing anything in French toast.
Yeah. The
It's not gonna
other,
be a ton.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
the other alternative is to wait until November and do it, and then you've got.
Yeah,
your
but then we've
October
got our AGM, which is another. Like,
Okay.
yeah, so.
Maybe get the quote.
AGM normally happens in November.
Okay, so maybe just get the quote so that you're aware, and then if you're over, you're just gonna have to bring it to the October meeting.
I probably have to be clearer
I
on
think isn't it the day after?
how many people before I said 30 to 40,
Yeah,
which I think is a reasonable
I think
number.
that's
to-
fine. That'll-
I think
Yeah.
it's probably way more than what you get,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, because I think you only have 30 or 40 members. In the, like, I
But
mean,
you'd also
in the
get, you'd
BIA.
also get the decorate. right?
Yeah, and associate members
Yes.
and maybe staff of members, like
Yeah,
staff should be
I don't think
invited.
30 is unreasonable. But just, we can get a better head count, make everything a little easier.
Well, it's easy to say,
No, no,
very hard to do.
I understand completely.
You know, it's gonna take a door-to-door conversation with all of our members and say, how many people do you think you could show up? If I went to Sarah and asked you right now, how many people from Moody's might show up? At 7:30 in the morning.
Well, my cooks are there at 7:30, they may show up.
But
Anyone that cooks for them, they're
You'll be
happy.
there.
Right. Yes, I will be there.
Okay. So maybe 3, I
But
have
still,
that,
that's one business.
pardon me?
I said that's one business, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did we put something out on the BIA Facebook? Do you know? I didn't see
Don't
it.
ask me about Facebook.
Okay. Because it's actually not all that far away, right? It's less than a month.
Well, but I wanted to have this conversation today before anything goes out on Facebook, and then, I will create some content for it and I can send it to Sherry. She can post it,
Okay.
but, it's for members only
Yeah,
and associate members. And
right.
it's still gonna take, you can put it on Facebook, but.
Well, the BIA, it's a members only BIA, right, account, right? Only the members see it. So that covers off.
Mhm. I don't understand about the members only Facebook. Is there 2 different ones or is there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I guess that's my report and I have some direction, and so we'll do a Facebook, we'll nail the number down between 30 and 40.
Yeah, it's the right budget.
Okay, verb.
Right.
I'll probably go 35, and then we're paying for 35 regardless, right?
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Yeah, and if they have leftover bacon, they can use it for their Caesar salad, that's what they told me.
Or Caesars.
Or Caesars.
And if there's leftover eggs,
Or
they
maybe
go in the garbage.
go the other way. You say, I have a budget of 3.
How many can you feed?
How many can you feed?
I could do it that way. I think I did tell them, actually, 300.
At the end of the day, I don't think it's gonna be a huge
Yeah.
deal if it's $100.
If they can't do it for 300, then we'll have the donation jar.
Sure.
Right. But I would prefer not to do that because we're trying to get our members.
So people actually feel better.
Yeah,
People-
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I don't think it's a big deal.
okay. Christmas in the Village planning. I'm assuming that Sherry I think we can just defer that one. Okay,
Invested over.
all right, defer. Okay, AGM. So we need to take a budget to the AGM, and the budget needs to be done by a date in October, which Kimberly set out. I forget, can you remind me, Bridget?
It was the end of November, like 22nd, 23rd.
No, but we have to submit our budget
Okay, this is,
by
again,
date in October.
no, we do this every year. What we need to do is submit to Kimberly
Yes,
if we're changing the levy. The details of our budget are irrelevant to her. So that number, 13,000 or 14,000, whatever it is, if that number is changing or we want to change that number, that needs to be submitted. All the fine tuning inside here, it's ours.
that's not my understanding from Kimberly.
Here, we have a meeting with Kimberly shortly, we can discuss it.
So, I'm gonna try to find her email,
Okay, we can discuss it with Kimberly when we meet.
but we're gonna have a meeting
At 10.
at 10 o'clock. So we'll discuss that then. Okay.
I think though you have to have your budget presented for your members.
For sure,
For your
but
AGM.
it can be a draft.
For the
form.
AGM,
That's-
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I'm unclear on now is Kimberly quoted me a date
Mhm.
by which we had to have our budget,
The draft budget,
the draft budget. And that date is October.
that's fine,
Okay.
but
So
what she really
the,
cares about is what number she needs.
she just needs the total levy amount that we want. Yeah.
Right.
She doesn't need a breakdown as to what we're applying to marketing and what we're applying to.
As long as we can balance that out on our own. Not gonna be concerned.
That makes sense to me, but it wasn't.
I
how
think she just has to include it in the first.
Let's include what you get.
Yeah, like, but she just usually tries to include it in the first iteration to
Okay.
council, right? But I don't
Okay.
think-
But-
All right.
But council's not gonna comment,
No,
like it's not,
Mm.
council's gonna decide the BIA budget.
We just want to give her a number. Okay. But by the AGM date, we need to have it so we can present to the members.
We need a draft of the budget,
Right,
like it can change. after
with the,
AGM.
with the breakdown, so much for,
Yes.
yeah, okay. Now, we need a date, a venue, and who's planning it. Do you think we can do that today, or do we want to defer that one as well?
I heard, well, Sherry was already muttering about where she wanted to hold it, so I don't know whether that still falls into our events.
I don't think it does. It's not an event, it's not a, it's a meeting.
It could go either way.
I think typically you do provide like food and you have a bar and stuff like that, right?
We've
So-
done it both ways, so like we've done it as a virtual meeting, we've done it as a,
Well, that was just because of COVID.
it was.
Yeah.
But we gotta look at what the budget for it is,
Mhm.
and not knowing the state of the budget across the board makes it very difficult to figure out whether there's more we can put at it or not, or we work within what is already budgeted.
Can we should have a number, I don't have anything in front of me, but we should have a,
So-
what is the budget for?
Yeah, AGM, 200.
200.
$200?
COVID.
Okay. So.
Yeah,
This is not going to be a licensed event or anything like that, obviously. It's just going to be sandwiches.
yeah, I believe if we had the reports. I think we spent about $500 on the last budget for, where it actually should be right there.
Yeah.
But
But
we
I
didn't
think-
pay for the alcohol, that was sold.
Right, and we can't do that again
2,000.
because
But
we
there were
were,
other events where.
we were selling
guessing.
Yeah, but it was a flop.
brew on premise wine.
Well, the wine, yes, but Bob Cajun was there selling, or it was Bob Cajun that was there selling the beer.
Yeah,
Oh, so he contracted somebody doing it.
Mhm.
Oh,
anyway,
And
so I
nobody-
still think the AGM needs to be handled as an event. Like, I don't think it's, if
How
we're
can
gonna
it
make
be
it an
handled
event,
as an event for $200?
well, that's either it's handled as an event or it's just a meeting. With coffee and donuts.
I think at $200, it's coffee and donuts. And that's more of a meeting than it is it's not an event where people are sitting down and having.
Right, but in the
Right.
past, the budget wasn't much more than that, and they had big silent auctions paid. for
Yeah.
this. So that takes a whole lot more coordination than coffee and donuts.
Absolutely, yeah. And why did we do that silent auction? To offset the cost of the event
Correct.
and make it fun for people?
Hmm.
So are you suggesting that we talk to Sherry about whether she wants to do this as an event? And if so, then she has to figure out how she's going to raise money to pay for the cost of the event.
She's willing to take it on, like, to me, taking on the AGM in the middle of post fall festival and couldn't see that, which is a lot.
I think it's too much for her.
So maybe we
I,
just scale down the AGM and we just
I-
have it as. coffee
yeah,
donuts.
and
Not like there were more than 10 people last year.
Exactly,
yeah,
They
I,
used to do it as, remember, like they
Used to be
used to do it at a big dinner,
used to be a big event.
kind of
Yeah.
like a gala.
It was like a gala.
Yeah.
For a long time, but last year they were minimal.
Well, I think it was post-COVID too, people were
Yeah.
yeah,
nervous. Who
So
knows?
it's, I would say this year, use $200, get coffee and
I
donuts. If we
don't,
wanna do it more gala style next year, then let's figure out a proper budget.
I agree. I think the coffee and donuts thing is,
so, and don't ask Sherry to do any, she's overloaded as it is, I think. She'll be just.
Unless somebody else is willing to take it on.
Well, we got 3 of us here,
I'll buy the donuts.
and I
Then we just need a date and location.
yeah, I was involved in the one that we did at the community center,
Mm.
and I think I did most of the selling of the tickets. I did,
Yeah,
I
it was a
spent
full
hours
gala.
and hours getting donations for the silent auction, and I don't want to do that. It's too much this year anyway. So if it's $200, let's just do coffee and donuts, and it's not hard for us to set a date. And
Agreed.
we can talk about it more next meeting, but I think it'd be a good idea for us to try to at least determine a date and a venue today, if we can do that.
I think you have
Can't.
your.
We got 1 minute left.
Yeah,
Okay.
you've got to renewal your contract with Casey Multi Solutions before.
Okay, so we've
Second
had some
American.
discussions about it, and we don't need to.
Okay, I just need to know for the minutes, am I just accepting all of the reports from all of these events? Okay.
Just receiving.
No correspondence. I move to adjourn.
Did you renew the contract?
It went into the treasurer's report.
Okay.
Yes.
I second adjourn.
8:59.
Brilliant. Folks have a great week.
So Bridget, will you let Kimberly know that Ryan and I will be back at 10 o'clock? Is that okay?
I should,
Yeah, just hang on.
Okay, I mean, it shouldn't go much past half an hour.